Hello students, in the previous video we completed 1 to 9 sums in quadratic. The last sum we did was based on age, the ninth sum. Now 4 types are remaining, out of which the last 2 types, that is fractions and speed, they both are more important as compared to the digits and geometry. So first I'll do fractions and speed, and here also I'll do the most important sums. Okay, see, this topic is very difficult. Word problems are always considered as one of the most difficult topics in your textbook. So I have told you before also, and I remind you again, that watch the videos again and again. Okay, if a particular sum you do not understand, rewind it and watch it again. Okay, and while practicing, while doing the homework, while solving, while revising later on, again watch the video. Okay, give some extra time so that these sums you will understand them thoroughly. Okay, now I'm doing question number 21. Okay, before that I want to explain you what is a fraction. So what is a fraction? Fraction means, let's say, 2 upon 3. 2 upon 3 is a fraction where 2 is the numerator, okay, and 3 is the denominator. This is the basics. Okay, numerator and the denominator. So in our sums, we will always take the numerator as x and the denominator as y. Okay, because we have to assume the fraction in the beginning. So we will write always the statement, the question will start with that let the fraction be x upon y, where x is the numerator and y is the denominator. Okay. Question 21. Find the fraction. So first I'll write let the fraction be x upon y. So I've written let the fraction be x upon y. Now the question says find the fraction which becomes 1 upon 2. Fraction which becomes 1 upon 2 when the denominator is increased by 4. See, the denominator is y. This denominator is increased by 4 and okay, so this was the first part. It was only this much. The fraction becomes 1 upon 2 when the denominator is increased by 4. There is no change in the numerator. Okay, so the first part of the question says that when the denominator of fraction is increased by 4, the fraction becomes 1 upon 2. Okay, and the second part of the equation says that and is equal to 1 upon 8, the fraction will become 1 upon 8 when the numerator is diminished by 5. Diminished means reduced. So when the numerator is reduced by 5, means the numerator is reduced by 5. This time they have kept the denominator as it is. Okay. See, you have to understand, in the question they will give you 2 information separately. This question, the first information was separate, the second information was separate. They were not combined with each other. Okay, they are saying the fraction becomes 1 upon 2 when the denominator is increased by 4, and it becomes 1 upon 8 when the numerator is diminished by 5. Okay, and you have to understand one thing about fraction. See, a fraction doesn't mean, let's say, if I say x upon y is 5 upon 7. So it doesn't mean that x is 5 and the value of y is 7. It is just a fraction. How do you get a fraction? By cancelling the common terms. Okay, like for example, if you have the number 35 upon 49. Okay, these are the 2 numbers. So what the fraction will be? You will cancel it. 7 5s are, 7 7s are. You will get the fraction as 7 upon 5. Does it mean the actual number was 5? No, actual number was 35 and actual number was 49. After cancellation it became 5 upon 7. So fraction means it is the reduced form. Okay, it is the reduced form. Let's come back to the question. Now these were my 2 equations. Let's cross multiply and make proper equations. So 2x equals y plus 4. So 2x is y will come here. 2x minus y equals 4. That is my equation 1. And here when I cross multiply, I'll get 8 into x minus 5 equals y. So 8x minus 40 equals y. Now I will shift this y on the left hand side and minus 40 on the right hand side. So 8x minus y equals 40. This is equation 2. This is equation 1, equation 2. Now how to solve these equations? Add or subtract them. First let's see the coefficients. This is 2, this is 8. Y, y. So these two coefficient dono same hai. And signs are also same, minus, minus. So if the signs are same, we must subtract them. Okay, so I'll copy the two equations. Equals to 4 and 8x minus y equals 40. Now signs are same, so I will subtract. Minus, this minus will become plus, and again here minus. So 2 minus 8 is minus 6x. Minus y plus y cancel. 4 minus 40 is minus 36. Okay, minus minus cancel. X is 36 upon 6. That is, x will be 6. So you get the value of x as 6. Now you know, once you know the value of x, you can substitute in any equation and find the value of y. Correct? So I'll do it here. See, we got the value of x as 6. Let's take any equation. Let's take the first equation. Now put x equals to 6 in equation 1. Now let's put 6 here. So 12 minus y equals 4. Now this y will go there, or let's shift this 12 here. So minus y equals 4 minus 12, minus y equals minus 8. So y equals 8. You got the value of y as 8. That means my numerator is 6 and my denominator is 8. Therefore, the fraction is 6 upon 8. Understood? Don't cancel it further. Keep it like that. So the fraction is 1:4. When you cancel it, the final form which you get is called as a ratio. That is not there to you. Understand? Whatever answers you get, x and y मिलने के बाद सम को छोड़ मत देना. ये लास्ट में लिखना जरूरी है कि फ्रैक्शन इज 6 upon 8. Okay? Copy this. Pause the video and copy it. Next. The 22nd and the 23rd question are based on fractions only. Now again, I'll write the statement. Let the fraction be x upon y. Now the 22nd question. Keep the textbooks with you and read the question along with me. When the numerator of a fraction is increased by 2 and the denominator by 1, the fraction becomes equal to 5 upon 8. Here दोनों में changes दिया है, numerator and denominator में. Okay, so see, the numerator of a fraction is increased by 2 and the denominator by 1. Denominator is y. Denominator by 1. The fraction becomes 5 upon 8. The numerator of a fraction increased by 2 and the denominator by 1. The fraction becomes 5 upon 8. So now cross multiply this. This 5y will come on the left hand side. The 16 will come here. This is your equation 1. Okay, then the second information is, if the numerator and denominator each are diminished by 1, diminished means reduced, so numerator and denominator each are diminished by 1, so the numerator is diminished by 1 and the denominator is diminished by 1, the fraction becomes 1 upon 2. Okay, so now let's cross multiply. 2 ones are 2. Now this y will come here, so it will become minus 5, and this minus 2 will go on the right hand side, it will become plus 2. So minus 1 plus 2, that is minus 1 plus 2 is plus 1. This is my equation 2. Okay, now I leave this sum for you to solve further. Take the LCM here. Take the LCM of any one coefficient. Let's say if you want to equate x, so multiply this equation by 4. If you multiply this equation by 4, this will become 8x, and then you can subtract them. Okay, I know you can solve it. So find the value of x and y, and in the end write the answer. Therefore the fraction is whatever fraction you x and value y value you get, you write it here. Okay, next question. Copy this, pause the video and copy it. Now these two questions were same. The 23rd one is a little different. Here they have told see, I'll explain you one thing here. If you have, like I gave an example before, 35 upon 49. Okay, this 35 upon 49 is called as a fraction. फ्रैक्शन का मतलब क्या है, जिसके पास न्यूमरेटर है और डिनोमिनेटर है उसे फ्रैक्शन कहते हैं. ठीक है, अगर उसको रिड्यूस कर देते हैं, सो 7 5 सा एंड 7 7 सा. ठीक है, अब ये भी एक फ्रैक्शन ही है. ओके, बट ये उसकी वैल्यू है फ्रैक्शन की. दिस इज द वैल्यू ऑफ द फ्रैक्शन. ओके, ये था ओरिजिनल फ्रैक्शन 35 अपॉन 49 और ये उसकी वैल्यू है बिकॉज मैंने कैंसिलेशन किया. ठीक है, सो अब इस क्वेश्चन में व्हाट दे हैव सेड दैट द फ्रैक्शंस वैल्यू इज 4 अपॉन 5. सो जो फ्रैक्शन की वैल्यू है दैट इज x अपॉन y इज 4 अपॉन 5. कैंसिल करने के बाद जो वैल्यू आई है दैट इज 4 अपॉन 5. फर्स्ट आई विल राइट हियर, let the fraction be x upon y. So the fraction's value is 4 upon 5. Now what they are saying is, when the numerator is increased by 9, when the numerator is increased by 9, I'll leave some space here. Denominator के बारे में कुछ नहीं दिया है. When the numerator is increased by 9, the new fraction equals the reciprocal of the value of original fraction. So the new fraction जो बनेगा, it will be reciprocal of this fraction. Reciprocal मतलब उल्टा, this 4 upon 5 will become 5 upon 4. What they are saying in the question, that if the numerator is increased by 9, the new fraction is the reciprocal of the original fraction. Okay, so ये reciprocal हो गया. ठीक है, so this will give me one equation and this will give me one equation, two relations. So here you cross multiply. 5x equals 4y. Shift the 4y on the left hand side. 0. This is 1. And here cross multiply. So 4 into x plus 9 equals 5y. So 4x plus 9 4s are 36 equals 5y. Now shift this here. This 5y will come here. 4x minus 5y equals minus 36. Equation 2. Now we have to solve this. How to do it? See, there are two ways to solve this question. See here, we can equate x or y, or you can also solve it using that type. See, this is 5x, this is 5y, this is 4y, 4x. Alternate x and y same है, तो ये सम कैसे करते हैं? Add the equations once and then subtract the equation once. ठीक है, सो मैं उस मेथड से आपको करके बताता हूँ. क्या करना है, पहले दोनों इक्वेशंस को ऐड करना है. ये मेथड कब यूज़ करना होता है? व्हेन द कोएफिशिएंट्स एक्सचेंज में है. सी, यहाँ पे 5x 4y, यहाँ पे 4x 5y. जब ऐसा पैटर्न होता है, ठीक है, ये दो नंबर सेम है और ये दो नंबर सेम है, तब हम ये मेथड यूज़ कर सकते हैं, जहाँ पे यू विल ऐड द इक्वेशन वंस. सो ऐड करो इक्वेशन को, दिस विल बिकम 9x माइनस 9y माइनस 36. टेक 9 कॉमन. So this will become minus 4. Okay, and then add both the equations. Same equations को add करना है. Sorry, addition is already done. We will subtract now. Subtract. So signs will change. This minus 5 will become plus. This minus will become plus. Okay. So 5x minus 4x will give me x, minus 4y plus 5y will give me plus y equals 0 plus 36, that is 36. Okay, now we have both the equations. Let's name them 3 and 4, and now add equation 3 and 4. Okay, so add both the equations. X minus y equals minus 4 and x plus y equals 36. Add x plus x 2x, minus y plus y cancel, minus 4 plus 36 will give you 32. So x is 32 upon 2, that is 16. You will get the value of x as 16. Once you know x, substitute in this equation, simplest equation. So x plus y equals 36. In the place of x, I'll write 16. So y is 36 minus 16, that is y is 20. So x is 16, sorry, y is 20. That means the fraction is 16 upon 20. Keep it as it is. Okay. Copy this sum. Now we have completed the type fractions. Now we'll do the sums based on speed. Okay. Now see, there are 6 sums based on speed. Now out of these 6 sums, 3 are important. The last two, 28 and 29, are quite difficult and I don't expect them to come in exams. So we'll do those later on. First we'll complete the important ones. Okay. Before that, the problems based on speed, you should know the formula that speed is distance upon time. Or I can write it like this also. If I transfer time here and speed here, so I can also write time is distance upon speed. Both are true. Okay. Or I can also write it like this. If time goes here, it will get multiplied with speed. So also I can write it as distance is speed into time. So I can write the formula in these 3 different forms. Okay. And whichever is useful, so each of them will be useful in different sums depending upon the given data. Okay, so you have to remember speed is distance upon time, or you can say time is distance upon speed, and distance is speed into time. Okay, distance is speed into time. So let's start the sum. Now I have to explain a concept of upstream and downstream, or it is also called as against the wind this is also called as against the wind and with the wind. Okay. Let's understand what this is. See, for example, this is a uphill. Uphill means the road which is going up. Okay, or let's say this is water. There is water flowing like this. Water will always flow in the downward direction. Okay, so this is a slope. This is a slope here, and water is flowing in the downward direction. Obviously, water due to gravity will flow in the downward direction. And you are in a boat. You are in a boat. Okay, and you want to go in this direction. So what will happen now? That you have to go in the upward direction, that is against this water. Okay, so the water will try to block you, try to stop you. Okay, and you have to go against the water. So this is called as upstream, going upstream, going against the water. Okay, and the same concept I can say in this way also, that let's say a strong wind is flowing. Strong wind due to some reason, let's say cyclone. Okay, strong wind is flowing and you are on a cycle. Oh, I don't know how to draw a cycle. Just, this is a cycle. Assume that this is a cycle and you are here on the cycle and you are going in this direction and the wind is coming in this direction. You are going against the wind, correct? So this concept and this concept are related to each other. Going against the water, going against the stream. Stream means water flow. Okay, or going against the wind. Okay, and with the wind or downstream. This means that let's say this is a slope and water is flowing. Now water is flowing in this direction and you also want to go. This is your boat and you also want to go in this direction. Okay, so water will help you. Water will actually increase your speed in this case. Okay, so this your speed will increase in this case, and here your speed will decrease because you are going against, and here you are going with the water, so your speed will increase. करेक्ट ना? स्लोप पे जब जाओगे तो इजी नीचे चले जाओगे बिकॉज पानी ही आगे लेके चले जाएगा. ठीक है, खुद की स्पीड तो होगी ही प्लस वाटर की स्पीड भी होगी बिकॉज बोट्स ऑल्सो हैव मोटर्स. सो उन मोटर से स्पीड तो मिलेगी ही प्लस पानी की स्पीड भी मिलेगी. ओके, इन द सेम वे इफ द विंड इज गोइंग इन दिस डायरेक्शन, ओके, एंड यू ऑल्सो आर साइक्लिंग, and you also are cycling in this direction, so that wind will push you. Okay, this wind will push you and increase your speed. Okay, just this is I am giving you an example, a case study. This literally won't happen. The wind won't be that strong that will push your cycle, but just an example that this is called as with the wind, where the wind will increase your speed because you both are going in the same direction. Okay, so if I take the speed of the boat as x and the speed of the water, the stream, as y, or I take the speed of the cycle as x and the speed of the cycle as y, so in this cases my net speed will be x minus y because this wind will decrease my speed. For example, अगर मैं 100 की स्पीड से चल रहा हूँ, ठीक है, और विंड की स्पीड 20 है, सो विंड मुझे रोकेगा, इट विल ट्राई टू स्टॉप मी एंड इट विल डिक्रीज माई स्पीड. तो कितना डिक्रीज कर देगा? 100 माइनस 20, तो नेट मैं 80 की स्पीड से आगे जाऊँगा. 80 किलोमीटर की स्पीड से मैं आगे जाऊँगा बिकॉज 20 स्पीड जो थी मेरी वो विंड ने कम कर दी. ओके, द सेम मैनर अगर मेरी बोट की स्पीड 100 है और ये स्ट्रीम की स्पीड 20 है, so 100 minus 20, I will go ahead with the net speed of 80 kilometers per hour. Okay, that is why I subtracted, because against है इसलिए subtract. So इसे कहते हैं upstream speed या against the wind speed. Okay, and in this case the water will increase my speed. अगर मैं 100 की स्पीड से जा रहा हूँ, वाटर अगर 20 है तो मेरी स्पीड और बढ़ जाएगी, तो मेरी स्पीड हो जाएगी 120. So in this case my speed will increase because I am going with the wind or with the water. Okay, I hope you have understood with the example. So this explanation is not there in the textbook, so you have to understand it from here only, and these examples this way, no one will make you understand it this way. Okay, so against the wind, now you have to note these 2 points, that whenever they give you upstream or they give you against the wind, note it down, these 2 points. अगेंस्ट द विंड बोला या अपस्ट्रीम कहा है तो स्पीड क्या होती है x माइनस वाई, एंड डाउन स्ट्रीम कहा है या विद द विंड कहा है, सो स्पीड क्या होगी x प्लस वाई. ओके, वेरी गुड. Copy these 2 points. Then I'll start the sum. Now let's do the 24th sum. Okay, now in this sum the first case says, first of all you write, let, this is about upstream and downstream, so let the upstream speed, you have to write this, let the upstream speed be x plus y and the downstream speed be x minus y and the downstream speed be x plus y, where x is the speed of the boat and y is the speed of the stream. You can also call it water. Okay, so in the first case they have said the boat takes 9 hours to travel 30 kilometers upstream and 40 kilometers downstream. Okay, so total time कितना लगता है 9 hours. Okay, मतलब upstream time प्लस डाउनस्ट्रीम टाइम, बराबर ऊपर जाने में और नीचे आने में टोटल टाइम कितना लग रहा है 9 hours. ओके, टाइम का मतलब क्या है, व्हाट इज द फॉर्मूला फॉर टाइम, टाइम इज डिस्टेंस अपॉन स्पीड. ओके, सो अपस्ट्रीम का डिस्टेंस कितना दिया है 30 किलोमीटर्स अपस्ट्रीम, सो अपस्ट्रीम का 30 किलोमीटर्स है अपॉन अपस्ट्रीम की स्पीड क्या है x माइनस वाई, सो आई विल राइट हियर x माइनस वाई प्लस downstream time, downstream they are saying in the question that 40 kilometers downstream जाता है वो, ठीक है, तो distance is 40 and downstream की speed क्या होती है x plus y and this total is 9 hours. So upstream time plus downstream time, time is distance upon speed equals 9 hours. So this is my first equation. Okay, the second case again they are saying but it takes 12 hours, so this time it is taking 12 hours up time plus down time. Okay, so it takes 12 hours to travel 42 kilometers upstream and 50 kilometers downstream. ओके, सो ये डिस्टेंस है, टाइम कैसे मिलता है डिस्टेंस अपॉन स्पीड, सो अपस्ट्रीम की स्पीड होती है x माइनस वाई, डाउनस्ट्रीम की स्पीड है x प्लस वाई, सो दिस इज अपस्ट्रीम टाइम प्लस डाउनस्ट्रीम टाइम इक्वल्स 12. ओके, दिस इज माई इक्वेशन 2. नाउ आई हैव बोथ द इक्वेशंस. दिस इज सिमिलर टू क्वेश्चन नंबर 7 in your 5A exercise where you had these type of sums. Okay, so there are two ways to solve it. Either you directly solve the sum by taking simultaneously solving the equations, or you can take this x minus y 1 upon x minus y as a and 1 upon x plus y as b. I'll explain you how to do this sum. So I'll explain you that method because in school I guess you have not done it directly. So what we'll do, take 1 upon x minus y, let 1 upon x minus y be a and 1 upon x plus y b. Okay, so ये हो जाएगा 30a plus 40b equals 90. So the first equation will become 30a plus 40b equals 9. Okay, name this as equation 3. And the second equation is 1 upon x minus y, a बन गया और ये बन गया b. So 42a plus 50b equals 12. Okay, now I have both the equations 3 and 4. I can solve them. Now how to make it equal? 40 और 50. 40 और 50 का LCM is 4 और 5 का LCM होता है 20. So 40 and 50 का LCM is 200. Okay, so multiply this equation by 5 and this equation by 4. Okay, so let's multiply this by 5. 35 is 150a plus 200b, 9 5 is 45, and 42 into 4 in plus 200b again. So this will give me 168a plus 200b equals 12 into 4, that is 48. Now subtract the equations. 150a minus 168a is minus 18a. This will get cancelled, equals 45 minus 48, that is minus 3. Minus minus cancel. A is 3 upon 18, that is 1 upon 6. Okay, so you get A as 1 upon 6. Now let's find B. So I'll use any equation. Let's say we use this equation, equation number 3. Put A is equals to 1 upon 6 in equation 3. You can put it in any equation. Okay, so 30a plus 40b equals 9. A, this A is 1 upon 6. 6 ones are 6 5s are 30. So 5 plus 40b equals 9. This 5 will go there and get subtracted. (40b) equals 4. So b is 4 upon 40, that is 4 1s are 4 10s are 1 upon 10. So I got A as 1 upon 6 and B as 1 upon 10. Sum is not over yet because we have to find x and y. This is A and B. So first you copy this first part, pause the video and copy it. Then note this down. Now I had taken A as 1 upon x minus y and B as 1 upon x plus y. Okay, so I will resubstitute this. A and B. So in the place of A, I will write 1 upon x minus y equals 1 upon 6. Cross multiply. 6 is equals to x minus y. Okay, इसको ऐसा भी लिख सकते हैं, x minus y is 6. Name this as equation 5. और b 1 upon 10 है. So b की वैल्यू क्या थी? b was 1 upon x plus y equals 1 upon x plus y b था. तो b क्या है? 1 upon 10. Cross multiply. 10 is equals to x plus y. Just invert it. This is your equation 6. Now you can easily solve these two equations. लेंदी सम है, ठीक है, बहुत लेंदी सम है, बट स्टेप्स मैंने एकदम छोटे छोटे में इजी में आपको समझाया है. ठीक है, तो एक बार वापस गो थ्रू करना और ऐसे ही सॉल्व करना, ठीक है, ऐसे साइड बेस सॉल्व मत करना। मैं एक फ्रेम में होने के लिए वीडियो के साइड बेस करता हूँ, यू हैव टू सॉल्व इट लाइक दिस। ओके, नाउ इन दोनों को साथ में सॉल्व करते हैं। जस्ट ऐड द इक्वेशंस, ये कैंसिल हो गया, 2x = 16, सो x इज 8। और अगर x 8 मिला तो पुट x = 8 in equation, any equation you can put. Let's say I put it in equation 6. So x plus y is 10, 8 plus y is 10, so y is 10 minus 8, that is 2. So मिल गया x and y as 8 and 2. ओके, सो अगर ये मिल गए तो वी कैन इजीली फाइंड बोट की स्पीड क्या होती है, x that is 8 km/h and स्ट्रीम की स्पीड क्या होती है, y that is 2 km/h. This is your final answer. Okay, copy it down properly, each and every step. Only this sum was so lengthy. The next 2-3 sums are not that lengthy. Okay. The 26th sum now. I'll do the 26th one. 25 and 27 are same. That we'll do it next time. 26th is very easy. We'll do this today. If Laisha walks for 1 hour and cycles for 2 hours, she travels 33 kilometers. So let walking speed be x and cycling speed be y. We'll take the walking speed as x and cycling speed as y. So अगर वो 1 hour walk करेगी मीन्स वो कितना डिस्टेंस ट्रैवल किया, x into 1x distance, because see what is distance? Distance is speed into time. I told you this is the basic formula which you have to remember. Okay, so total उसने कितना डिस्टेंस ट्रैवल किया है, in the first case 33 kilometers. Okay, so walking से कितना किया होगा, वॉकिंग की स्पीड है x इंटू वॉकिंग टाइम इज़ 1 hour, प्लस साइकिलिंग से कितना डिस्टेंस ट्रैवल किया, साइकिलिंग स्पीड इज़ y इंटू साइकिलिंग टाइम इज़ 2 hours साइकिल किया. सो दिस इज़ द वॉकिंग डिस्टेंस प्लस दिस इज़ द साइकिलिंग डिस्टेंस विच इज इक्वल टोटल डिस्टेंस ऑफ 33. आई विल राइट दिस एज फर्स्ट इक्वेशन. ओके, दिस इज, if you want I'll write like this, speed into time. In the second case they're saying but if she walks for 2 hours, मतलब अगर वो walking 2 hours करेगी means x into 2 plus and cycles for 1 hour, so cycling 1 hour करेगी y into 1. Now she travels, so this equation will become 2x plus y equals 24. Equation 2. Now you can easily solve these two equations and find the value of x and y. I leave that on you. So for homework, now once you complete the video, finish this sum, find the value of x and y and write the final answer in this form, that the walking speed is so and so and the cycling speed is so. Write the statement, form the final answer. Okay, solve this very simple equation. You can equate x also, you can equate y also, very simply. Okay, do it. In the next video I'll solve 2 more sums from speed and then we'll start with problems based on numbers. Okay, geometry is also not very important, only 2 sums from geometry are important, so only those will do. Okay, the other sums never come in exam, so do not worry about them.